What's up YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. My name is Spencer Burke. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now I thought of doing like a cool intro of driving here and showing everything and some B-roll, but I'm not going to waste any time. Today we're doing a paint correction on my E92 M3. I've had this car for about a year now as of this month, and I want to show you how bad the paint really is. And before we get started, I am super excited to share this because this car has a lot of defects, and I think a lot of people don't know much about paint and how much you can actually fix it. So, like I said, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so we just finished up doing the wash on it. What I want to do for you guys is have Austin, the owner here, go over the whole process he just did, so you guys can understand better of the whole process of not just the correction, but also talking about the prep in the video. So I'm gonna pull the car out now that it's all clean. There's no more dirt on it right now, and I'll show you how bad the paint is in the sun, because it's very, very, very embarrassing. We've been going back and forth for a while now, and you own this shop, correct?
Correct.
Can you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your shop, please?
Yeah, my name is Austin Chardukian. I'm the owner here, Ace Paint Protection and Detail. We do everything from basically paint correction and restoration to leather repair, clear bra, ceramic coatings, window tint, Clearplex, windshield.
So you do pretty much everything here.
Correct.
It looks like you're BMW and Porsche.
We do a lot of BMW, particularly BMW M cars. I'm big in the community there, so.
You just did a full prep, I guess?
Yeah, we basically did a wash and decon process on the car in prep to start the paint correction process. Basically be doing full paint correction and then ceramic coating on the car.
Okay, gotcha. So you're the expert here with the paint. I want to know what your impression is, because you haven't seen this in the sun yet,
No,
have you?
have not.
Okay, I want to see your reaction to it, because
Yeah.
I want to not only see it, but learn more about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see, like, if you look at it in the sun, you can see, it looks like it's been buffed at least once, probably by a rotary. You can see kind of the bumper trails.
Yeah, because I've seen the comments, and I've seen in person and in the sun. It's embarrassing to have my paint look like this.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's been run through automatic car washes. You can see, like, just the fine spider webbing, which is typical of what you'll see on basically the brush washes at gas stations or similar. Buffer haze, you can see water spotting.
So someone before tried to do this.
Yeah,
and you can see the
I
failure.
would say maybe the dealership, most likely.
Okay.
Body shop, dealership. Typical detailers these days aren't using rotaries as much, but any of this, like these holograms that you're seeing, are typical of an amateur rotary user.
Yeah, because this only shows up when, like, if my car is dirty, it looks better.
Yeah.
Because it hides everything.
Right. You're not getting that same reflection of the sun or the light basically beaming through the clear and bouncing back up. You're not seeing as many defects when the paint's dirty. Before we do any sort of paint correction, we'll test the depth of the paint so that we know exactly how much clear we have to kind of work with. You'll see defects throughout. I mean, it just, the hood is always going to look the worst just because it's the most parallel to the sun. You can probably see it like in this line here on the rear quarter.
This is like really bad.
Apart. Yeah, the trunk will always be pretty bad. Rear quarter here, usually.
And we'll do a 50-50 on this to really show,
Yeah,
too.
we'll do a 50-50 to show kind of the before and after. It's very hazy right now. It doesn't look like there's a ton of deep marring. You'll have some of these water spots that may be a little deeper on the hood, but we can sand those out.
So now that it's clean and we have it inside the shop, it doesn't look as bad. You wouldn't think that there's anything wrong with it, but when you really start to look at it in the direct sunlight, I'm sure that anyone who's a detailer can see there's like hazing and it's not very smooth. And like I said, we'll do a 50-50. We'll run our hands across it, and then also throughout the video, just disregard the headlights. I'm getting new lenses for them. I did a road trip to Florida and back, and the moisture got in there. So headlights will be replaced, and also that reflector will be wrapped or shaved. So don't worry about that.
The wash, we use Adams Polish and Strip Wash. To do the wheels, we use Nanolex Wheel Cleaner and Iron Remover. And then for the tires, it's Adams Polishes Tire and Rubber Cleaner. And then after the wash, basically spray the car down with an iron remover to pull off any sort of embedded iron particles before we actually clay the car, so that we're not grinding those metal particles into the clear as we're claying it. You have the clay mitt if you want. I prefer kind of like the older style standard clay. Use Clay Magic. That's basically the best clay in my opinion. Clay mitts are faster, but I kind of prefer the old school feel of traditional clay.
With those, you get more feel through your actual hand.
Yeah.
I saw you run your hands across it. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, so you can still hear, I mean, even after the car has been washed, You can still hear.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
So then if we just clay just this one area just to show what it's gonna look like. And with clay, it's not about pressure, it's about friction. So you just wanna lightly press the clay onto the paint. Now,
I mean, you can see in your hand it's smoother than what it was.
So yeah, I mean, you can see that little bit of contamination there from just that one small portion. So we'll do the whole car. It'll be dirty, but
I'm looking forward to seeing the result. So this is me just putting my hand on the car. You can probably hear it, and you can see my hand kind of skips over it. When I do the section that he just did, it's very, very, very smooth. So I hope that translates on camera, because just that 2-minute process changed so much.
The whole reason that we're going to do the entire car is because we're going to do the paint correction. With the pads, if we have anything still on the paint, particularly jet black's very finicky. BMW, it's usually the softest paint in any manufacturer's lineup. So to remove defects is pretty easy, but to finish down and get like a really, really clean finish is a little more difficult than any other color. If this area is clean, let's say, and we start polishing, and then we get to this area with a little bit of contamination still in the paint, that pad is going to pick up this contamination and continually drag it across the rest of the paint. So it comes like usually 200 grams per piece.
And then you form it yourself.
Yep, so that's basically what it's going to come like. And then we'll just form it into whatever shape. Other thing, like when you're wiping, you always want to go in vertical or basically forward and back motions. Like, I can't think of any instance when you're working on a car where working in a circular motion is proper.
So no circles.
Correct. Ever. Like, in zero situations. Zero. So the whole wax on, wax off is a little...
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Miyagi didn't know.
No, he's not a teacher. He needed to take a course. So you guys just saw the full detail on the calipers and took off the wheels. It is now on the air jacks.
So with the yellow, but foam, you're not as worried about.
There's definitely a major difference.